And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go. One pass. There.
Now Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Chicago. 56 yards.
First down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, it's Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. It's our time.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
You look. Right there, 54 Mike. Good. Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Mike, who's 15? I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check nickel. Watch the edge.
To throw is Wilson. He's got Burton here. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
One left. Check 55, Mike. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 24. Now it's Gurley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Check. Watch 54. All day, dog.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, you only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Hey, Ken.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Not today, Ron. Not today. Mike 5-4.
Now it's Wilson. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Mike 54.
Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Burton. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys that just gave up that play.
Mike, 315.
Wilson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, here we go.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Check 24, check 24.
Gun.
Motion.
Gun.
Motion. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Line out.
Undercrush.
Roll.
Set.
A toss to Cook.
Check
12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A first down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Pilot, 64, weak. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
57's Mike. Mike 57. It's been a long day for you. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Third and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Leonard Floyd, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me and you. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Rip right, rip right. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Good touch.
Wilson now. Throwing again. Dorsett's got it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. And the Bears.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Bears.
Move 19.
54 Mike. Hey, 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 hey.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as the Bears push further out in front. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 45 on second down, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Check, check for it. Switch. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Check 15.
Hey, flipper. Hey, steamer.
After the sack on first down, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bears will get the football back. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, 0. Hey,
looking to throw on second down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything. It's caught inside the 25. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On first down, Abdullah. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 38, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. And watch that, and watch the ball.
Cousins to throw it. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and goal, Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller, shedding the tackle. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty up, I think he'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
At the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Play fake, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Cousins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Fourth down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. The 21-yard line.
On second down and 4, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
It's complete to Diggs. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins now to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Rip left. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
One left. Go.
To throw again. Wilson dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike 55.
Now it's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Tighten up.
Topper!
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. First down. Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. It's caught. Smith. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got Smith here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Second down and goal. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. In on the stop, Damontae Kazee. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
We got this.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Chicago, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.